All right, let's get into it. Big D Energy, Woodward Sports Network. Let's go right now. Right now. Neil Rule, Lindsey Hunter, Big Mike Gentry, Spencer Raxter as well with us here today on Black Friday. Getting it in. Let's take off the gloves. Let's go in. I do want to say this. Lions fall yesterday. They fall to 3-8 on the regular season. The season is over. It's time to tank. It's time to think about draft positioning, Lindsey, and let's just shut it down, man, because it's all done. They lose their first division game in, 2 years? Clearly it's over. I don't know what else to say.
Tanks in the streets.
Yep. Roll the tanks in the streets, everybody, because it's done. Burn it to the ground.
Burn it down.
Well,
what is with you people, all right? Like, yes, this meltdown yesterday. Lindsey, for real, man. I'm looking at this right here in the chat. WoodwardSports.com chat thread, Brian Ruth. It's time to end this effing golf experiment before he F's us out of the whole playoffs instead of just the 1 seed. Our D-line is effing garbage. All right, Brian Ruth. Yeah, clearly it's over. Clearly shut it all down, man. And look, I'm going to sit here and, yes, I'm going to be consistent about it. I'm not going to be like Jeff Iafrate in the morning show and says, well, clearly it was an unacceptable effort, but they're playing really good, but clearly they got to be better, but they have a lot of talent, but they have to do better. I don't do that. I don't just show up and say, just kind of fly by in here and say what the people want to hear. Oh, I have to be mad because they lost. No, I'm consistent with this. I'm consistent with it. The way that they built this team, I'm fine with it, guys. Yes, the first divisional loss in 2 seasons. Like, come on here. Did you think you were going 15-2? Did you think you were going to win every division game for the next decade? No! These things happen. Lindsey, how come the going to work Pistons didn't go undefeated? How come you didn't go 82-0 and win every game in the playoffs? Why'd you lose a game in the finals? Why, Lindsey? Were you guys trash?
Why were we on the brink of elimination and still won? And
clearly the season was effed.
Yeah. Well, man, that's what it is, man. People are creatures of habit, first of all. And our habit here is to think that all is lost when the first sign of, oh my God, it's not perfect.
They legit want the Lions to win every game 24-3.
Yes.
Every game.
Yes. And, we all know, I think we all know what Jared Goff is. I'll never say Jared Goff is not a good quarterback, because he is. That's been solidified. He's a really good quarterback. He's a high-end quarterback. So when high-end quarterbacks have a glitch in the system, you can't just piss your pants and say, oh, he's not good.
No, he's clearly trash, Lindsey. Clearly trash.
Can't piss your pants
get him out of here. Yes, okay, Spenny, let's just go, man.
Yeah.
Let's just go.
You
want to get into it, Spenny? Let's just get into it. Let's just get into it, Spenny, because I felt the text messages yesterday. Yeah. I felt them. And so here's your chance then, Spenny.
Let's go.
Go ahead. Give it to us.
It's embarrassing when he shits his pants when he has pressure in front of him. There's nothing.
2 weeks ago, you just told me you're fine with them, man. You said 2 weeks ago, dude. 2 weeks ago, Spencer Raxter, quote, rest in peace to my Jared Goff hate. 2 weeks ago.
If he doesn't have anything working perfectly for him, he pisses his pants. If he has someone moving in the pocket close to him, he pisses his pants.
Okay.
He gets happy feet. He runs around. He doesn't know what to do. He's got the Whopper Jr. hands. Can't hold on to a ball. That dude's big thumb caused the fumble yesterday. It's not like it was a clean punch that struck the ball out. He poked it with one finger. It was embarrassing. You can't turn the ball over 6 times in 2 weeks. You can't. If you're not good enough to go out there and make things happen, you cannot do that. And if there is a semblance of pressure in the pocket when he's there, he pisses his pants and runs around. It's embarrassing to watch. I literally heard Troy Aikman or whoever was doing the call for the 49ers yesterday. He said, Brock Purdy is totally oblivious to pressure when it's in his face because he steps up and he makes.
He was a turnover factory for 3 weeks in a row.
Even in that game last week, Jared Goff had opportunities when he got the strip sacks, when he fell, when he gets sacked. He could step up and deliver it. The second strip sack where he pissed his pants and took off running, Khalif Raymond was wide the fuck open for the first down right in front of him. But he gets so scared, he gets so rattled that he can't do it. It's like his brain shuts off if anybody's within a foot of him. It doesn't make sense to me. Okay.
All right, so there's that. 2 weeks ago, Spencer Raxter, rest in peace. Jared Goff's a good quarterback. Your words.
Yeah.
Did you say it?
I did say it.
So which is it?
It's back.
It's quote. Back. It's back. It's back. Okay. So there you go.
He needs me to motivate him because he can't do it by himself.
I can only go by what I'm told. And you are a lot like the Jeff Iafrades of this network. You're caught up in the moment every time. Now you're I'll give you credit for this. You have more conviction than Jeff Iafrate. You don't just sit there at the chair and go, Jared Goff's got to be better. Well, I like this team a lot. Well, Goff's got to be better. No, I really do like this team. I like this team a lot. No, see, I'll give you that. You have conviction to it. I will say that to you. But I can only go by what you say. I can only go by what everybody tells me.
The dude turns into a 4-year-old if there's anybody within a foot of him. He runs around. He shits his pants. It's embarrassing to watch. You can't win a playoff game like that. The guy breaks down completely.
As embarrassing as Jack Harlow.
Thank you, Chad. It is as embarrassing as Jack Harlow.
Let's
if someone breathes on it.
Let's stop with that. As embarrassing as Jack Harlow. No one thought Jared Goff was on luge yesterday like we did with Jack Harlow. Okay, so let's just stop that one right there. Booner. Goff has the exact same number of turnovers as Jalen Hurts and less turnovers than your MVP, Lamar Jackson. That is true.
Yeah? Okay.
That is true.
What can those guys do? What can those guys do in the pocket, huh? Can they move around?
Something.
Can they take a step up? Can they avoid
You
a guy?
move, I move. Just like that.
How many times did their guard get benched in the second quarter of the game?
I want the offensive line to be the problem. I want everybody to look at me and be like, this offensive line isn't good enough.
No, their guard was the problem.
They didn't have a good game.
Was a huge problem.
I will admit that. The offensive line did not have a good game, but neither did Jared Goff. He looked like dog shit.
See, here's what he's saying. Although, and you made the comparison, he was like, Brock Purdy was a turnover machine. But here's the difference in Brock Purdy's turnovers. He was trying to make something happen. He was running out of the pocket, actually throwing, and he made some bad throws. That happens to all those quarterbacks. We've yet to see Goff, which is not in his DNA. It's okay. It's not the be-all, end-all that he's not a quarterback that can, throw on the move or get out of the pocket and make something happen. That's just not him. And it's okay. That's not the end of the world, Is it a problem that pressures really bother him? Maybe, but you have the best offensive line in the NFL. So
not yesterday, and no one carries the offensive line water more than I do.
But that's okay.
And they were awful yesterday.
One game.
They were bad.
How many games have we've come in here and said the problem was the offensive line?
Never. I've never said that throughout this whole run.
So you can't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
No, clearly we have to trade Penei Sewell right now.
No,
clearly we have to.
So, although the game and hey, he has to protect the ball when he's running out of the pocket. Like he shouldn't lose the ball with a
Lindsey. He got hit from behind twice, dude. Twice.
But did you see how he was holding the ball? That's my only problem. I'm sure they were taught when you're running the ball because he wasn't running to pass. He was not running to pass.
But he was throwing the ball forward that one time.
No,
that was in the pocket. When he was running, he wasn't.
He was throwing the football.
No, he had the ball
and got
here.
hit from behind.
No, he had the ball here.
On the fumble that got picked up and ran back for a touchdown. He was clearly passing the football.
There were two.
No, there were 3 fumbles total.
Oh yeah, there were 3. But the one when he was
on
running
fourth down, so it didn't really matter.
And they just
right.
They barely touched him, and the ball just came out.
That one was embarrassing. That was literally the epitome of Whopper Jr. hands. Like the guy didn't even go to punch the ball or anything.
No, he just grabbed it.
His pinky touched it, and it was like, there goes
so
the ball.
That's the only one that I would say, man, protect the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just look, man. Nobody expected. I mean, we looked at the schedule. Remember, we went over the schedule, and all of these games are winnable. All of these games, the Lions probably are favored in. And we were like, dang, it's going to be hard for them to lose again. But who thought that they were going to walk through? This is the NFL.
Clearly everybody here. Clearly everybody at this network, in this chat, clearly everybody thought they were going 15-2.
I thought they were going to beat the Packers. I'll tell you that.
15-2, clearly.
I thought they were when the Packers don't have 5 of their best 6 players playing. When 3 of their best 4 defensive players are injured and they traded the 5th.
A lot like the Lions?
No.
No?
Who was out for the Lions?
So C.J. Gardner-Johnson's not a good player. Got to be a good player for them.
Okay, that's one.
James Houston, right?
He's not one of the Lions' best 5 players.
On defense?
No, he is not.
A sack a game guy?
He is not one of the Lions' best 5 players on defense.
Hey,
What are we
He's
sitting
not
here talking
comparable
about?
to Devondre Campbell, Jair Alexander, Russell Douglas, Darnell Savage. Like, they were missing pretty much their entire secondary and their best linebacker.
And we got, hey, as bad as you guys don't want to probably believe this, Love is a legitimate quarterback in NFL.
No! Jordan Love sucks! Anybody would look like a legitimate quarterback if he has 6 seconds to throw the ball every single fucking down.
Jordan Love doesn't suck. I'm
There
sorry.
is no fucking pass rush.
His last couple of games,
Aiden
he's looked
Hutchinson,
like
MIA. He was eating turkey at 2 o'clock because he wasn't playing in the game.
I always said that Jordan Love was a legitimate starter. Didn't I say that?
Yeah,
BMG.
but you're wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, so he's not a starter?
No.
Oh, so a backup.
No, it'll
a
play.
backup
That'll
beat the Lions.
play its way out. That'll play
This
its
is
way out.
rookie year.
I know.
Okay, well, I mean, he looked pretty good yesterday. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what else,
He
by the way?
looked good because they didn't touch him because nobody was near him. I would look good back there if I had 10 seconds to throw the ball every time. I'd go, oh, first read's not open.
I don't know how
Second
your-
read's
I don't
not
know how
open.
your accuracy
Third
is,
read's not
Spinny.
open. Oh, is that read open again? No, not yet. All right, I'll give him a couple seconds. Oh, now he's open.
I know we talked a lot about schedules. You peep the Packers schedule the rest of the way. That's a nice little setup for them. Nice little setup, by the way. So, there is that. But yes, we're getting into all this. Rich Diana, let's talk about Coach Dan's 4th down syndrome. Yes, we will get into it. Yes, we will talk about the defensive line.
Horrible.
We'll discuss
That
that.
fake punt was bad.
We'll discuss that. Yes, we will talk about the defensive line as well, everybody. People get to come at me about the Jared Goff thing and everything like that. I get to ask a question when we talk about the defensive line. I get to.
It's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, where the fuck was Aiden Hutchinson? That's my question.
He was out there.
Where the fuck was anybody? There was a completely disgusting and terrible performance by the defensive line. You will not win a playoff game if you play like they have the past 2 weeks.